Hey Guru Nation, welcome back to the Clinical Trials Guru.com. I know it's been a few days, I'm getting withdrawals, so keep your questions coming in, right? They're good. Dan at the Clinical Trials Guru.com. You can call or text me also. Go ahead and try me. Go try me right now, 949-415-6256, as long as it's a reasonable hour and I'm not obviously on another call or doing something important. I will answer the phone and I'll always text back, okay? So, today's question comes from someone who will remain anonymous, like most, and it's all about business development. So, how do they get more studies? So, they're a new clinic, they just spend a lot of money building up their clinic. They have a lot of staff members. They have a lot of experience amongst them. They're doctors, nurses, all kinds of partners. These people partnered up and started a research clinic to add as an add-on to their private practice. Great idea. I recommend anyone who's interested in research to use this model, this business formula, because research works best when it's connected to a private practice because you have instant access to patients, and that's the biggest issue in clinical research is access to patients, patient recruitment. The number one single biggest reason why our drugs are so expensive is because clinical trials are delayed. And why are clinical trials delayed? 99% of the time it's because of lack of patient enrollment. So best way to do it if you're going to get into research. But anyways, this person's asking me, they watch my videos on how to get more studies, how to use social media to find the project managers and stalk them. They're asking me if I have an email script that I use. Can I help them craft the perfect email script? And my answer is there is no perfect email script, and I'm going to break it down for you. I think your biggest problem is not the fact that you do not have this perfect script that you're going to use in an email, because first of all, scripts don't work. People don't like, especially if the email looks like a canned email or looks like a scripted email, people are automatically turned off by that. What I usually like to do is find out what kind of study it is, and then in my email pitch, put some context in there, put some keywords in there that shows the person on the other end of the email, the person reading it, that I'm actually talking about this particular study, maybe the one for asthma or the one for diabetes, rather than just your clinical trial, which they could take to assume, and rightfully so, that I'm sending that out to everyone, and no one likes to be sold to. All right, so there is no perfect email script. The perfect email pitch is the truth, who you are, what you're doing, why you're interested in this study, how many patients do you have. So, for example, if your private practice physician is applying for an irritable bowel syndrome study, and they have 500 patients in their database with irritable bowel syndrome, that'd be something good to put in the script, okay? Always highlight your strengths. Never focus on your weaknesses. You'll have plenty of time to do that at the site selection visits. So there is no perfect email script, right? That is number one. Number two, which I really think is number one, your number one biggest problem is not that you don't have this great email script. It's that you're not emailing enough people, right? Very simple. And oftentimes, simple things don't necessarily mean they're easy, because it is simple. It's a simple strategy, but it's hard work. It's not easy, okay? So I've noticed for myself, for my sites over the last 11 years of doing this, for every 100 emails/phone calls I make for a clinical trial for one of my sites, I'll probably get 10 CDAs, 6 or 7 feasibility surveys, and 1 site selection visit, right? So that's 100 to get 1. So unless you're sending out 100 emails every month, you're not doing enough. Now, if you are doing that and you're still not getting the results, then you're doing something wrong. But something tells me that's not the case, right? So there is no perfect email script. Again, when I email sponsors, I typically highlight what we have, what our strengths are, and what our assets are, and then I compare it, or I put it in the context of their study. So So on clinicaltrials.gov, you can find out inclusion, exclusion criteria. You can find out what kind of trial it is. So don't be generic. Don't use a script. You can always ask them if they're looking for add-on sites. You utilize central IRBs. You have fast startup times. Your regulatory documents can be done within a week. Your contracts and budgets can be negotiated within a week. These are things I always add into my email scripts or to my email pitches, and I don't necessarily have a script. Okay, so a average email script will work better than a perfect email script if the average one is sent to 100 different study contacts and the perfect one's only sent out to 10, right? Hopefully that helps, Guru Nation. Let me know if this works for you. Let me know if you need help. Of course, my consulting company can do all this for you, and we utilize our strengths, which are the economies of scale that we have. So we have a whole infrastructure. We have a team of people going out pitching for these studies on your behalf, so you don't have to. So you can go out and do other things like recruit patients or handle the studies you currently have, right? Thank you, Guru Nation. Talk to you soon. Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Take care.